No, I can't. I can't. I'm never gonna get over that. I just can't. Anyway guys, today on Gate of Theories, we are looking at Spider-Man No Way Home, particularly the end credit scenes. But as a promise to Tom Holland and Zendaya, you are not allowed to watch this video if you have not seen this film. No spoilers, no putting spoilers in the comments. I'm serious, leave now if you haven't seen it, because it's so worth it. Like, I'm still in shock. Chills guys, chills. Let's get into it. But before we go any further, please make sure that you've clicked that red subscribe button down below and have your notifications turned on so that you get notified every time we make any brand new Spider-Man videos. So, let's start with the first end credit scene where we saw Eddie Brock as Venom in a Spider-Man movie. Now, if you've seen Venom Let There Be Carnage, you could have guessed this was going to happen. That of course ended with Eddie kind of being transported away to somewhere and then seeing J. Jonah Jameson on the news talking about Tom Holland's Spider-Man. We know now that he was transported to the MCU universe by Doctor Strange's spell. What's interesting about this is it tells us something about Venom 3. We know that Doctor Strange's spell was only calling to universes where Spider-Man was Peter Parker and no other Spider-Man, which is why we don't get people like Miles Morales or Spider-Girl or anyone like that in the film. So it shows us that in Venom's universe, they have a Peter Parker that we just haven't met yet. However, this film showed us basically all of the Peter Parkers coming together, meaning there likely isn't any other Peter Parkers out there in the multiverse. We know that Tom Holland isn't Venom's Spider-Man, and we know that Tobey Maguire isn't Venom's Spider-Man because we've seen Venom in Spider-Man 3, and we know Sony is trying to set up the Sonyverse, so could it mean that in Venom 3 we could be seeing a Peter Parker, either a new one, or maybe Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man as he's the only one left? Like, how awesome would that be? Now let's go back to when we saw Venom at the end of this film. He is of course there and then gets transported back to his universe. However, it shows us that a bit of the Venom alien goo thing was left in Tom Holland's universe, meaning Venom is now finally in the MCU, but not as the Eddie Brock we know. We'll just have to wait and see who the new host is going to be. He may be even joining Valentina's group of villains that she's setting up. What's so weird is that 2 years ago we were worrying about the Sony and Disney deal stopping their Spider-Man deal, and they've now created this instead. Like, we couldn't be happier. So let's move on to the second post-credit scene, which basically was just the trailer for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And it was epic, ending with Doctor Strange will return. So, firstly, Wanda is back, and she even mentions Westview from WandaVision. Strange, however, says that isn't important, so I don't think this film will be seeing Vision, but it looks like it is going to be a Wanda and Strange team-up film, which I am loving. We know Wanda has access to the Darkhold, and we saw her using it in the trailer, like how she did at the end of WandaVision. So I reckon they're going to use that to try and close up the multiverse that Strange and Peter created, or at least try to. And since it's the multiverse, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Kang the Conqueror, or Loki, or anyone from that show. But what this trailer did show us is that we are seeing alternative versions of Doctor Strange and most likely other characters, including the dark side of Doctor Strange. What's mad about this is we kind of saw a version like this in What If. It's not confirmed if it's the same person, but it just shows that Doctor Strange 2 is most likely the first film in the MCU where the Disney Plus shows are actually going to matter, and it looks like Wanda and Strange are going to have to work together to stop the multiverse while dealing with alternative versions of themselves, but it will probably end with chaos. I just can't wait. But anyway guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Guys, let us know down below in the comments what you thought of these end credit scenes. What are you excited for? But of course, do not spoil anything about No Way Home. You know exactly what I mean when I say that. Just don't do it. But anyway guys, we've been here on Gate of Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.